Hello and welcome into another video. Today we'll be further exploring our NestJS project and specifically talk about controllers and how we can set it up. So let's hop into VS Code and work on that. Alright, so we are in our app controller, in our NestJS app, which we created lately. Till now, it's a very basic application, just right from the start. And we can see here that we have a controller with a main get route, which is just making a get hello with return get hello function from the service. And in service, it looks like return hello world only. So let's run it in a development mode so that the changes will be seen already as used with NodeMon. And today we'll be using a lot Postman to do our HTTP request, and let's do HTTP to this 192.168.131, and let's just do a send here. Okay, connection refused. We needed to add the port 3000. Okay, send. Got it. Okay, we have our hello world in our response and 200. Okay, so that's everything works fine. So today let's go a little bit more in how the controllers in NestJS are set up. So as you can see, there is an import of a get method from NestJS common, and here this method get is used as a decorator. So if we want to create a get method, then we are using this get decorator. If you would like to use patch, put, post, delete, or whatever, you need to import it and use it in the same matter. So let's say we'll import post, patch, put, and delete. And here, let's say we will do a post on it. And we will say here like get hello post. And we will just return the string and do the same thing. It's just a matter of showing you how you are switching the methods. So we are doing this get. When we will switch to post, it will work the same. If we will take another method which is not yet created, you will see a default NestJS message that this route was not found. Another thing that we can do, we can set it on controller level. We can make here a different path. So let's say I would create something like here right now, and what I write here will be visible in the route itself. So if we will do a post right now, it will not work because we changed the route from the main one, so from the single slash to the post. And when I send it right now, we will get it here. Another great thing here is that you can actually use a wildcard. So let's say I will do an asterisk here. And right now, let's send it, it will work. But if I will add whatever here, it will also be matched. But let's say it would be something like this, it will not be matched. So that's a great addition to that. If you want to do another stuff, use this star to match, to do more matching on the routes. Okay, so that explains very briefly the basic decorators about get, post, patch, put, delete, and so on, and the routing itself. And now let's go to how we can take the data from the request. So let's say we would like to create a route from which we want to take the param. So we need to import, or maybe let's import already all of them. So the basic ones are param, query, and body. And here, let's say we will create another get route, which will have a param in it. So we will do, let's say, an ID, and here we will do a get ID maybe, and here we need to instantiate this decorator. So we will do a param. What param we want to take from the string? It is a very this one is a very standard approach to also like express app or whatever, that after this you are taking here the param name, and then as we are using a TypeScript, we are seeing that ID will be a string, and let's say we want to return a string. And right now I won't be going to app service itself, but we will return it right away. So the given ID is and ID. And let's see if it will work on our get route. So let's switch to get, and here let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's click send, and yeah, we are getting it back. So you can change this param to, let's say, I don't know, a name, and change that here and say that name will be a string, and you can, the given name is name. So naming convention is as it is. So maybe let's do it Adam. Everything works as expected. So that gives us the param decorator to get the param. Now let's think about the query. So let's do a get on maybe route query, and let's rewrite it a little bit so that we will take the query. We will do a query. Let's do it with this name as it was before, and we will pass the name string, and we will expect string in return, and the given name is name. So right now we would do it this way. So slash query and then name equal Adam. Send, and we are getting it back as before. Now we switch just the approach from param to the query one. Another approach will be the body itself. So let's create a post on main route, and let's create a function with get body, and we will take a body decorator, and we will say, let's say that body is any, and we want to return any, so that we don't think today about the TypeScript and how to declare a DTO, which is a data transfer object. We will talk about it in the future, or set some kind of a type or interface what we want to expect. So for now, let's expect anything and return just anything. And now let's go to the post route. We will change it here. We will go to body, and let's declare a very raw JSON one with, let's say, name Adam and ID 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's send it, and we should get it back here. So as you can see, we are getting it back. We didn't need to do any JSON serialization, deserialization, and so on. Everything happens under the hood of NestJS. So what we would like to talk about today regarding controllers, 2 more things or 3 more things. The first thing will be HTTP code if you would like to return another one. So let's see right now that by default, when we are using a get route, the request ends up always with 200 if it went fine. But if we are doing a post run, by default it is always 201 created. And right now, let's say you would like to give the different HTTP code here. You can also do it through Decorator, which is HTTP code, and here just pass a new code. So let's say we will remove from 201 created on post 1, we will be returning 200, and that's what we are doing right now with this HTTP code one. Another thing which we can see here would be a redirect. So let's import redirect, and we will, let's say, create a new route with the redirect, and no matter what will happen, we will move it to, let's say, Google. So let's do a get on a Google route, and we will do redirect to Google, and here we will pass this redirect. So we will pass a redirect to Google, and here we will do a redirect to Google function, and it will just return actually void for the TypeScript, because we don't returning anything from the app, we are just redirecting. So let's do a route get / Google, and here, as you can see, we are getting the Google main page in our payload. So that is the redirect, and let's, on the end, talked about headers. So let's import headers. Let's import headers decorator, and let's create yet another route for checking the headers, and we will just return the headers in the payload. So let's do a get route on headers. We will do here, let's say, a get headers function, and we will take the headers decorator, and as before with the body we will use the any and just return the headers. And let's see that in action. So headers and send, and here we have our headers. So this is something that we can use in the future if you would like to check something in the headers or add the session there. There is also another decorator for that, but we will go in depth to that if needed. But for today, it's just a very basic overview of what you can do on the controllers. So just to sum it up, remember that you are doing a decorator of the method, so get, post, patch, put, delete, and then if you want to specify the route, you are specifying it as an argument to this decorator. You can use wildcards if you want to, and then you can access many different things like headers, query, body, params, or you can also use a redirect or HTTP code if needed. So that will be all for today regarding controllers. Hope you learned something new, and see ya in another one.